Hi, so here I'm discussing multi-step rational number word problems. So first one says Michelle is a big coffee fan, so he always take care of coffee brewing at his office. Normally uses 100 grams of Robusta coffee to prepare 10 cups. Now his friend brings him a packet of Arabica coffee and tells him to use 20% more than usual. So the question here is how many grams of coffee should he use to make 15 cup pot of Arabica coffee? So it says 10 cups normally requires 100 grams of Robusta. Now his friend says to him that 20% more than usual is required. So 20% of 100 gram would be 20 grams. That is 20 over 100 times 100, that is 20 grams. So if he needs to make 10 cups using the Arabica coffee, then he requires 120 grams. So for 10 cups he requires 120 gram Arabica. Now the question is how many grams are required for 15 cups. So 15 cups x. Now we can cross multiply. So 10 times x equals 15 times 120. Dividing by 10 on both sides would give you x equal to 15 times 120 over 10. That is 180 grams. So 180 grams of coffee is required to make 15 cup pot of Arabica coffee. The second question says Jess recently started a business producing cosmetic products made from natural ingredients. So, she wants to advertise her products by distributing bags of samples in her neighborhood. She calculated that it takes a person 2 minutes to prepare one bag. So how many hours it take to prepare 1200 bags of sample if Jess and seven of her friends work simultaneously? So it says 2 minutes for one bag. So we first need to find X minutes, the number of time required for 1200 bags for just one person. So X times 1 would be 2 times 1200. So 2400 minutes. Now to convert minutes to hours, we need to divide by 60. So it's 40 hours. So if one person works, then 40 hours are required to prepare 1200 bags. One person can do it in 40%. Now the question is how much time is needed for Jess plus 7 friends, so total 8 persons to do it. So 8 persons may require. Now one person is 40 hours, so 8% would be 40 over 8. So in total 5 hours would be required. The third question, it says your school principal has decided to upgrade the hard disks of all computers in your school. There are 100 desktop machines and 7 servers. Now, each desktop has one disk and each server has got 4 disks. So how many total disks does your principal need to purchase for upgrade? So it says one desktop, one disk, total 100 desktops, so there would be 100 disks for 100 desktop. It says each server has got 4 disks, so there are total 7 servers. So 7 times 4 would give you 28 disks. So 100 disks are required for desktop machines and 28 disks are required for servers. So total required disk would be 100 plus 28, that is 128 disks. The fourth question, it says Marine is measuring out the ingredients of a recipe for bread dough. The recipe requires 2 and 3/4 cups of water to make one loaf. His measurement cup is labeled in milliliters. Now, one cup is 250 milliliters. How much water does he need to prepare two loaves? So it says one cup is 215 ml. Now, the recipe for one loaf requires 2 3/4 cups. So we need to find the water required for 2 3/4 cups. That is x. So we can cross multiply. So x times 1 is x equals 2 3/4 times 250. 2 3/4, converting this mixed number into improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So it becomes 11 by 4 times 250. Use a calculator to find it to be 687.50 ml. So this is for one loaf. So one loaf requires 687.50 ml of water. They are asking you how much water does he need to prepare two loaves. So two loaves requires y. So you can again cross multiply. It becomes y times 1 is y equal to 2 times 687.50. That is equal to 1375 milliliters. So 1375 milliliters of water is required to make two loaves of bread. The last one says taking a cab in New York City is expensive. There is a base charge of 250 as soon as you enter cab plus an additional 250 per mile travel. Suppose you only have a single bill of $20 and you don't plan to give any tip. How many miles can you ride? So creating an equation, $2.50 is base and $2.50 per mile. So 250 the base amount plus 250 into the number of miles. The equation is made. He says the single bill of $20. So the cost would be 20. So the equation becomes 20 equal to 250 plus 250 times m. 250 is same as 2.5. So 2.5 plus 2.5 m equal to 20. Solve this equation to get the number of miles. So if a person travels 7 miles, the total would be $20 without tip. So 7 miles times $2.50 per mile would give you $17.5 plus $2.50 of base price. So 17.5 250 would give you $20. So the answer over here is 7 miles. Thank you.